Well, Alpha Circle are an indie pop rock band who are with us now. How are you all doing?
Excellent. Thanks very much. And yourself?
Great.
Yep, I'm
Oh,
doing
great.
Yeah. Same as I was about, I don't know, 9 or 10 months ago, the last time you were all on the show. But of course, you weren't there last time, Lee, so you've got
No,
a new
apologies.
experience here.
Yeah, apologies. But I left you in their safe hands, I think.
Yeah, I think so, maybe. So you've just released your fifth single, which is called Phoenix and Butterflies. So are you just able to describe the basic idea behind that song for us, first of all?
Shall I go first, Simon? Lewis?
Well, actually, you have to make up for last time, so please take it away.
Yeah.
Phoenix and Butterflies is about the evolution of love within a relationship. So initially meet someone, we feel the butterflies, and it's all fantastic, and you get all nervous. But maybe in some cases that can change, and that maybe you can get scared that, I don't feel that anymore. So does that mean I don't love you? But in this concept, what we're trying to express is that actually it's turned into something more profound, a different type of love, where you can count on that person, and it's more of a sort of mature love. Did you want to add anything, boys?
I think, Toby, we did have butterflies the first time we spoke to you.
Yeah.
And now that feeling's evolved.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'd like to add
comment.
I'd like to add maybe a little bit about the music side, where I think we've noticed over the last 12 to 18 months that, like a lot of bands, how we're maturing in the way we look at our sound now. And I think that this is a clear example of looking back at our other singles released. It's an evolution, but in the way we want it to be. We're clearer than ever now of how we want our music to sound and how we, compose and what we'd like people to hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have to say also that, it is kind of the song where you can really see every single, style of each of us. So many of the other songs have a very unique, let's call it unique style, but this one is a clear mix of what we all love differently. So you can see different parts of the bass guitar, different guitars, different drummings, and is where you see pretty much where everybody puts in whatever they have inside, being a different style from the others.
Yeah.
All connected.
And if you are going to be completely honest with me here, how long did it take to come up with the song and then record it? Does anybody know the exact months?
I timed it. It was about 16 centuries, I think.
First get the idea. I mean, this song was one of the first songs that we came up with. However, we felt like there was like the second half of the song was missing, and it wasn't until Simon came to a rehearsal and he decided, I don't know what, maybe he had drunk too many Red Bulls or something, but he's
monster,
really. And it gave me a bit of space to change the melody in the second verse, and we were like, yeah, this is more like Alpha Circle.
Yeah.
So probably about 3 years.
Yeah, I remember coming to the band. This song wasn't like on the top of the list, but I saw potential in it. I loved it, and so I don't know. I wasn't married. I didn't have a kid when we started changing this song. Now I'm married and I have a kid. So, and now we finish it. Like not long ago, we decided to make a few changes and finalize it with what actually is the end result.
Yeah. And would you say it's quite a common process for you to have written a song and it not really come out until a few years after starting it?
I would say not typically for us. I think the setbacks, which are quite evident over the last 18 months, could count for why we don't have 4 or 5 singles at the moment to release, or more performances. I think sometimes a song will just come out in 5 minutes. You know, you sit on the sofa, which has happened to us many times. Sit on the sofa, you have this idea, all the lyrics, you know, they go from your brain to your pen and paper in 5 minutes, and the music comes naturally. And then you know, you have an idea, and as Lee said, it was missing something. We didn't feel it was right, and we just kind of said, okay, we'll put it to one side. And then, as we have with several songs, we've gone back and said, look, why don't we use this? And as Lewis mentioned, there's potential. Not all songs are going to be great. We understand that, but some songs are worth having a second look at, and that's exactly what we did.
Yeah. And do you find that a song you spent years on is of equal goodness to one that came to you in just a few minutes?
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna follow up on what Simon said, and sometimes Lee or Simon, whoever, comes up with a great idea, and you can't just keep going with whatever you were doing and wait until you finish it to go with that great idea. If it is a great idea and we all love it, and you have that creativity moment, you have to jump into it. And we had a lot of songs we potentially will become singles in the future that we went with them, and as Simon said, we left this one on a side. So it doesn't mean that we work in it for a lot of years. It means that it was taken left, and more recently it was more taken than left. But,
yeah. So when you write a song, what is the process like, and do you each have your own kind of roles in doing so? Yeah.
I think that can vary actually, Toby. It depends on. Sometimes Simon plays guitar as well, so Simon can come up with a riff on the guitar, and maybe him and I will get together and he'll say, "What do you think about this?" Maybe he has a melody already, or perhaps I have a melody in my head, and my guitar playing is not great, so I kind of go,
"What's this?"
And Simon can and Lewis can interpret what I'm looking for. But I think we all sort of bring it to the table. I mean, every song that we've released so far, I think, has come from started from a different one of us in the band.
Yeah, I gotta say that up until now, at least, Lee and Simon probably were the more initial ones, bringing something to start with. And in my case, for example, in the band, it's not that I decided to be like this, but I am more like, a finisher. So I get something that is starting, and then I start putting my stuff in it. And it's okay, why not this? Why not that? So it's been like this for some time. It doesn't mean that at some point I will come up with a really amazing song, and and that we all will build together at some point. But at this point in time, Lee comes up with a lot of lyrics that you just have to keep going with that. So it's been like that.
Yeah, what Lewis is saying is right. Basically, we're the chefs in the kitchen, and when everything's done and ready, Lewis will put the spoon on the plate, and then it's complete. No, I'm kidding. No, I think we've realised. I'm not going to say anything and give anything away, but what we'll see over the next few months is that the bass guitar has such an important role in our creative process now that you can't imagine the songs without it. And it's taken a while for us to get this synergy and between the drummer and the bass guitar, and that's how I mentioned before, we're maturing and not just playing what we want to play, but playing what's right for the song. And I think that's important in many bands. The big difference between success and failure in a song will be people playing for the better of the song, not just solos, or yodeling for 3 minutes,
Yeah, definitely. So what would you say are some of the current artists that you all enjoy listening to and perhaps have inspired you?
That's a good question. I love, maybe you'll know, Jerry Cinnamon.
Oh, well, I've heard of him, but I don't really know who he is, to be honest.
He's really good. I always ask the same thing, though. Like, I love this typical called the Peach Fuzz. I discovered a band from New York recently called Rebel Kicks, and they're really fresh sounding, sort of. Yeah. They're pop rock, similar to ourselves. but sort of with a nod back to The Cure and that type of sound. What about you guys, Simon, Bruce?
I'm terrible with new music, so I'll just go on and admit that I'm still listening to. Oh, hello! I'm still listening to Tool's last album. I do listen to the odd song that Lee passes around, or Alberto, but typically I stick to my old catalogue. But I'm looking forward to going to some festivals soon and gigs and discovering new bands, because that's predominantly how I discover new bands, seeing them live and being really impressed, and then looking at their back catalogue.
Yeah, definitely.
I gotta say, on the safe side of Simon, I'm really loyal, let's say, to the bands that I normally listen to. 9 Days, a lot of country rock as well, and I tend to mix it. Actually, in this last song, you're probably gonna feel that mix of American pop rock or soft rock and country rock. But I'm also listening now more to All American Rejects. That's probably something I'm listening to now that I listened to before, but it's like my Phoenix and Butterflies. I listened to it time ago, I left it, and now I came back to it. So,
and you
like that.
Gretel Van Fleet as well, I think, for me. Was that right? You, Alberto?
Yep.
Can you repeat?
Yeah.
He's here.
Yeah. Yes, well, Bertie is here, finally,
Yes.
which we should mention. So that means that we have finally got the whole band with us for the first time ever.
Miracle,
on this
Toby,
show.
you have the honour of having all four of us for the first time ever.
Yeah. And I'm glad he's joined before I ask this question, because I guess somebody would have to answer on his behalf if he didn't, which is, if you were to describe each band member in one word, which would you choose?
No four little words, please.
In one word?
Yes.
Well, Bertie, I would describe him as bold.
Oh.
But do you mean with an A or with an O?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, it's a play on words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, who's next?
Yeah.
This is because
I
I'm late.
don't know. I don't, yes, because you're late, so we're all going to pick on you. It's difficult because there's so many words you could use to describe Lee, but as I said, we don't want to insult anyone. I would describe Bertie as busy, and the reason is he works a lot, but also he's busy with guitars and the piano and the keyboard. So I think that would be, when I think of Alberto sometimes.
Alberto then.
Yeah.
I'll call
I need to
Alberto.
try.
I'll call Alberto Red Bull. I'm gonna use a brand or something like that. So like energy drink, something like this. Alberto is always active and he's always energetic, or he's always in the move.
Without coffee.
I guess people would describe me as clown. I don't know if you just.
Yeah. I would. Simon
All
is
of
all.
you, all of you.
And
Seriously, I think, for example, Lee is like a dreamer, but a crazy dreamer. It's not a serious dreamer.
A dreamer. There we go. He's a dreamer.
Not a bad description. Alberto, I feel bad now about calling you bold, so I'm going to say Alberto is a genius.
yeah.
I'm bold.
And am I remembering right, Bertie, that last time we did an interview, you said you had a hat collection or something like that?
No, it was me.
Oh, it was you.
That's the one with the hat.
One word.
Had a guitar collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toby, we have.
Alberto,
Sorry, go on, Liz.
Alberto has berets or something like that. I think he's,
Yeah.
We had a photo shoot recently, Toby, and the person who was helping us with the clothes and the image, she asked Lewis to take off his hat, but he
And the
was
sunglasses.
not having it.
no chance. I'm not having it. Yeah.
I think he
That's my
shouted.
trademark. It's my trademark.
I'm sure his skin is growing up
Yeah.
in the hat,
Into
He
the
hasn't
hat,
taken it off for 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a bit of a personal question, but do you take it off when you go to sleep?
It depends on how I fall asleep. I'm gonna answer it like that.
Okay. Yeah. So what can we expect from the band in the not too distant future then?
So, I might have mentioned before, hopefully, we can count on the future being brighter, respect, the situation we have at the moment. So I think more than anything, we're looking forward to playing gigs and getting together with other bands and, having a good time on stage and feeling that energy. We really miss that energy that we have with the people. And when people sing songs back to us, there's just, it's a priceless experience. So we really miss that, having fun on stage. And of course, the songs that we're planning to record within the next few months are the two main points. I don't know if you want to add anything else, guys.
Alberto, maybe we should give you a chance to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, for me, I think we have to work. We have to continue working in our recordings. We have a lot of good songs that we need to continue working and record. And this is for me the way. And playing some gigs and wait to know how it's going to be next year. And if we can, maybe some sponsors probably go to UK or United States. Yeah. Because we have a lot of listeners there
and friends, like totally.
We could go to Falkirk.
Yeah. Definitely, I'll come and see you.
Yeah, you got one. We've got one. All tickets must be paid for.
Oh no. Yeah, and now I've roped myself into it. You could charge me any price and then have to come because I said I would.
It'd be worth it. It would be worth it.
Yeah.
He's going to pay the travel. Oh.
Well, you'll pay for everything. But I'll get there first, then Lewis, and then Lee will somehow get into the gig, and Alberto will come halfway through the set.
Yeah. And going back to the song Phoenix and Butterflies, what would you say is your favourite animal, seen as an animal is in the title?
Well, definitely a lion for me. Leo the lion. Gotta be. Loyal, king of the jungle.
Dreamer.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Mine's easy. I love cats, although unfortunately Lee's chosen the biggest cat of them all. But yeah, I'm a big fan of cats and dogs as well.
Yeah.
You're a dog. You're a cat guy. Yeah, you're a cat guy.
And you, Lewis?
What animal?
You like flamingos, don't you?
Flamingos. Well, I'm seeing a lot of pink lately with my daughter, so it could be like that. Yeah, but I like. I think eagles.
Oh,
eagles.
Be an eagle. Yeah.
An American.
An American eagle, yeah.
A bald eagle. You could be the bald eagle, Alberto, but I'm going to be the bald eagle this time.
Too easy.
I'm not going to answer.
Okay. Yeah, you can't think of anything. Well, I think I'm with you, Simon, myself, because rather like a cat, the key to my heart is with food.
Yeah. Food and tickles, right?
Yeah, definitely. Well, where are we able to check out all your music then, and in particular, the latest song, Phoenix and Butterflies? I take it it's all in the usual places.
Here on Shout Radio, we can check out Phoenix and Butterflies.
Right here.
But other than that, all digital platforms, so Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, and all of the other ones. Where else? YouTube. I think that's it.
Yeah, and we hope to have more material of us playing live, even if they're just snippets of us in the park or something, over the next few months on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and we might have a go at TikTok at one point because we know it's popular. We're old now, but it could be cool.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
we just want to show our faces.
you're probably about 10 times the average age of a TikTok user, so I don't know.
Yeah, could be.
Well, thank you very much for coming on the show today for a second time, and I look forward to a third time, if that's possible.
Definitely.
After this fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, it's been great. Thanks a lot, Toby.
Great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, always a pleasure.